The book of Revelation. It's the final book of the New Testament, the very last chapter in the Christian Bible. And its placement there is no accident. It serves as the grand finale, the climactic conclusion to the sprawling story of Scripture. If the Bible is a library, Revelation is the book that pulls all the threads from every other volume together, offering a vision of how the entire story finds its ultimate fulfillment. It's not an appendix, but the final, breathtaking act of a cosmic drama. The message is presented through the eyes of a figure named John, who tells us he's on the Greek island of Patmos. He doesn't write like a historian or a theologian at a desk. Instead, he invites us directly into his experience, a series of vivid, overwhelming, and deeply symbolic visions. He's a seer, relaying what he sees and hears in a torrent of powerful imagery. It's less about reading a letter and more about stepping into a visionary dreamscape. To understand these visions, we have to picture the world they were born into. This was the first century Roman Empire, a time of immense power and pressure. Early Christian communities were trying to navigate a culture that often demanded allegiance to the emperor as a god. For them, Revelation wasn't a puzzle box about the distant future, it was an urgent message of hope and perseverance for the here and now, a way to see their present struggles from a divine perspective. The book itself unfolds with a remarkable literary design built around the number 7, a symbol of completeness and perfection in the biblical world. The narrative builds in escalating cycles. It begins with personal letters to 7 real churches. Then the vision expands. We witness the opening of 7 seals, the sounding of 7 trumpets, and finally the pouring out of 7 bowls. Each cycle intensifies the cosmic conflict between good and evil, revealing more of the struggle and the path toward its resolution. It creates this powerful rhythm, a sense of a story marching forward with unstoppable divine purpose. Through all the dramatic imagery, the dragons, the beasts, the celestial battles, several key themes emerge. This is a book about the ultimate sovereignty of God, insisting that even in the midst of chaos and suffering, a loving creator is in control. It's about the victory of good over evil, not through brute force, but through sacrificial love. And most importantly, it's a profound call to faithfulness, encouraging its readers to endure hardship with the assurance that their struggles are not in vain. Ultimately, Revelation loops all the way back to the beginning of the Bible. It echoes the prophetic visions of books like Daniel and Isaiah, but its final vision is one of a new creation, a restored heaven and earth where everything broken is made whole. It's the promise that the story that began in a garden and was fractured by human pain will finally conclude in a divine city where God dwells with humanity and all things are made new. It's a compelling, challenging, and deeply hopeful vision of the end, which, in this story, is truly a new beginning.